Okay, I'm just going to show you guys what the instrument cluster looks like on my Holden VE Berlina. This is the My 10. Okay, that's just got the standard green lights in there. When I turn this one on, it does a normal systems check. Okay, as you can see, the VE Berlina has the 3 screens, and you can actually go through and select using your steering wheels. You've got your audio, trip, and then the little up and down wheel like that. Over here you've got the hands-free buttons for the when you want to pick up your phone call for the Bluetooth. It's that one there, and it's for the mute for the stereo, and then you just got your volume up and down. Okay, I'll be using mainly the audio and trip buttons, and then the enter, you actually press that in, is an enter. So we'll go back up here. Okay, I've just pressed trip, and that's gone into the trip options. Okay, I'll shuffle through these first. That's your odometer. As you can see, my 2010 has a few kilometers on it. Average speed down there, you've got your 39 kilometers an hour. Average fuel's 11.3. That's using your 98 premium octane. Okay, press it again, it just goes into the menu to change it, so you press it again. Okay, this goes to the trip A. You can just see that's done just over 2,000 kilometers, 2,300. It's 62 hours of driving for that 2,000 kilometers. That's telling you just how many liters I've used down there. Just 268 liters. Okay, you're just pressing it again to enter the menu. Press again, this goes to trip B. So you can see there we're both the same. I'll reset them at the same time. So you've actually got a trip A and a trip B, so you can keep two different. You can see how much your tank of fuel lasts, and you can also see how long it takes to go places as well if you want. Okay, your over speed alert. What this is, if you go over, I've got it set to 115 because we've got our highway here in Australia. We've got our 110 kilometre an hour speed limit, so I set it to 115. Anything over that, it'll just give a warning tone and it pops up on that screen. Actually, see how low I could set it. I'll set this pretty low now. Yeah, you can actually change that to set it to what you want, but it just pops up on the screen there and says overspeed. Press it again, it goes back to it's got the speed there. If you're familiar with any car, it just goes through the drive and everything. And it's just got your speed as you go, so it's pretty self-explanatory. That doesn't need any more explaining. Okay, what I'll do now, I'll just go into the trip options. Now once again, I'm just pressing that little wheel, and that's actually entering it. Okay, as you can see, you've got your reset options. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. Security features. Okay, we'll click on that for you and I'll show you what's in there. You've got your auto lock. In there you've got your all doors. As soon as you pull the key out, it'll unlock all the doors. Or what you can also do is, as soon as you put it in park, it'll unlock all the doors for you. So I normally just put it as soon as you put it in park. Sometimes as soon as you put it in park, the passenger might want to get out, so I normally set it to that. And then you've got your auto lock feature. So this is pretty good to make sure you're not getting robbed at the lights or something. No one can get in the car whilst you're driving. So you can set it to at a speed, so as soon as you go over 20 kilometers or something, but I normally just set it to out of park, so as soon as you start your trip, it automatically locks the doors. You got your flash remote lock, so when you lock the car, the indicators flash. That's pretty basic. Your beep remote lock, I normally have this switched off because I get home quite late at night and I don't want the horns beeping as soon as I lock the car. So it's just, if you turn that on, as soon as you lock the car, the horn will give it just a quick beep beep. You've got your flash lock, so when you unlock it the lights just flash. And your 2-stage lock, this is if you want when you lock it once, it locks or you unlock it once, it just unlocks your driver's side, and then you press the button again, it'll unlock all the doors. I normally set this to off because I've got a family, so I just unlock it once and it unlocks all the doors. But if it's just you, you might just have it so it unlock the driver's side only. That's all the settings you've got in there. Just go back up the top to back. If we go down to the lighting settings, now this is the approach lighting. As you unlock the car, as soon as you unlock it, the headlights can turn on. So you can actually select this, where once again, as soon as you press the unlock to unlock the car, the headlights will turn on. So if you're in a dark garage or down a long driveway or something, so the egress lighting, the same thing. When you lock the door, this will actually the lights will stay on for you. So when you lock the door, the headlights will stay on. So once again, if you're getting into a dark garage, it allows you to have the headlights, and you can set this, turn this right up. So I just set it to 30 seconds because it's just in the garage. If you're walking up a driveway, I suppose you might want to turn it up a little bit more. That's all you've got in there, just those two settings. Okay, trip computer. You get to choose here. Your under speed chime. Yeah, there's no real problems with that. You can set the under speed chime. This is for the trip. These are the different options you've got in the trip. Obviously, if you're travelling 30 kilometers an hour, there's chime to let you know. But once again, I've never seen the point for that. Some might though. Distance to arrival. If you're doing a trip, you can actually set it so a certain amount of kilometers, and it'll tell you your distance until you get there. So just like a timer, I suppose. If you're doing a long trip, you can see 600 kilometers trip up the highway. You can actually set it, and you can see how many kilometers you've got left. There we go. So I've got that set to 500 kilometers. Distance to go. You can actually change that there. So you can wheel that. It's the sort of thing that you probably won't use too often, but yeah, generally I would imagine on long trips. The trip A and B, you can select it so you've just got A if you don't want both of them there, if you're only ever going to use the one. The digital speedo, I've always got that turned on. That's just as you drive, you've got the digital readout on that middle screen. Your rest reminder, that will actually remind you to sleep. I think it's every 8 hours, but again, I've never got that turned on. It's only if you're continuously driving. It's your nighttime panel. That's during the day. This panel will be green. So sound volume. This is that beeping that you're hearing. Just turn it up, down. Okay, that's what's in the trip. You come down, the park assist. Now this is if you're attaching and you're towing a trailer or something, it's just going to continuously beep because it's picking it up. So you can actually just press yes to say that you've got a trailer or something towing. So it'll stop that beeping. Some other cars, you've actually got to open it up in the boot and disconnect the wire, but this is just given this nifty little feature in here for you, so it makes it easy. That's all your custom options you've got to select there. And this just goes back to your normal trip with your odometer. If you want to reset that, you just hold it down. So you hold it down there, and that'll just reset everything. But once again, you can see down there at the moment, that's telling you how many litres I'm using per hour. So if I just want to sit here and idle the car, obviously if I turn my aircon on, that's going to go up quite quickly. It's almost doubled straight away. It's just turning the aircon up. So if you are going to sit and idle and listen to some music or whatever, you just turn it off. And on this other side, the range is telling you how many kilometres you've got left in your tank. As you see, I've only got about a quarter tank, so it just gives you your range there. Average fuel used, yeah, we went through all this before. So I normally have it sitting on that setting there. It's quite a good, quite good with the Omegas. They don't give you the three little screens. You've just got most of the information you're getting now will just be on that middle screen. But I like it how you've got the extra one. The other thing is, it's got the little thing here, but also when you sit in sports shift, it tells you what gear you're actually in, which I think is quite cool, because you can see when you put your foot down, it normally drops down a gear. So that's just the Speedo for you. I know when I was looking at buying my VE, this is something I wanted to see when I was deciding between the Berlina and the Omega. So this is pretty much extra little things you get. I think it's pretty cool. As you're driving, you can see how many kilometres you got left in the tank and how much fuel you're using at the time. I find it's good to save some fuel. You put your foot down, you can definitely see that jump up to 24, 34 up there, around there. So you'll know if you drive a little bit lighter, you use less fuel. So, okay, you guys have a good one, eh?